bring in Holy Spirit head coach A.J. Russo to talk about his rivalry with the Atlantic City Vikings. Good morning, Coach.
Good morning, Dave. How are you?
Hey, thanks for taking a few minutes. I know you're a busy man this morning. You still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yep.
I wasn't sure if we had a bad connection there. Before we get into the Thanksgiving game, talk a little bit about Cedar Creek. You guys played them earlier this year, and they're one of these teams that really gets a lot of notoriety for their offense. But I was impressed with their defense last night, holding Haddonfield down to just 9 points, which is a pretty good offense.
Definitely. I'm going to congratulate Coach Watson on those guys advancing to the final. That's a great accomplishment. They are known for their offense. They got a lot of skilled kids that do some fantastic things on the football field, but their defense is pretty staunch as well. They play the run very well, and some of those kids that are these skilled kids on offense play defensive back, so they have some good quality DBs as well. So it's hard to move the ball against those guys.
Were you surprised that it was such a low-scoring game between those two teams, especially considering the kind of offense they both have been playing this year?
A little bit, but once again, it's the playoffs, and you're playing against some of the top teams in the state. Some of the coaches have time to prepare defensively, so every game is going to be a battle. So you can't really predict the scores of these games.
Give me some of your thoughts real quick, Coach Russo, on today's game, Immaculata and St. Joe. I mean, I know you guys kind of have that sort of unspoken Catholic school bond with St. Joe. I know a lot of you guys are going up there to support those guys. You played them pretty tough last week in a 13-0 loss. What do you think about that game today?
It's going to be a really exciting game. We're taking our team's going up there, or taking a team bus up there to support St. Joe's. St. Joe's going to have their hands full a little bit. Immaculata runs a high up-tempo offense. They try and get the ball out of their hands every 15 seconds with plays. St. Joe's, I think, still continues to play well. They have that pedigree of championship pedigree, so I think St. Joe's will wind up pulling this game out.
Coach A.J. Russo from Holy Spirit High School. Pretty good year for the Spartans in your first year coaching. How excited are you for the Thanksgiving Day game? I know you're a Holy Spirit alum, so this rivalry goes back a long way. It's got to be kind of a thrilling day for you to be the head coach out there on Thanksgiving morning. That's always a neat thing for area high schools, and that Thanksgiving morning is such a big tradition, especially at Holy Spirit.
It's a huge tradition. This game started back in 1925. It's the second longest rivalry in South Jersey. Our coaching staff is humbled to be a part of this. Our whole coaching staff played as players in this game, but this is our first time to be together as a staff and to be mentioned with other great Holy Spirit coaching staffs of Stan Marzak, Lou Paludi, Jim Gallagher, Ed Burns, Chris Bell, Billy Walsh, and Charlie Roman, who took on this tradition. It's just a great thing. It's very exciting for our kids, very exciting for the staff, and we're looking forward to it.
How much different is it because it's such an early game? I mean, you're looking at a 10 o'clock start. I'm sure you guys are getting there to the field around 7:30, 8 o'clock. Is that a little different? I mean, it's kind of, every once in a while you play a Saturday game, but it's usually at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. How much different is the preparation, going to be this week and heading into that morning?
Preparation is having a longer period of time to prepare for, being that we didn't 10 games or so, to get it together. As far as the early start, that's not going to phase us. We're in here working. Actually, we're in here lifting today. We get in here early most of the weekends with the kids. So that really shouldn't be too much of an issue. It's a great tradition, and you play whenever it was. This game was played at 5 a.m. Our kids will be pumped up and ready to play. So,
I don't know about that. They're 16 and 17 years old, Coach.
10 a.m. Sure, they'd be all right.
10 a.m. might be about the limit to when they can get up and get moving and start playing. But I know I saw you earlier this week as I was making my deliveries of the new issue of Glory Days magazine, and we talked briefly. And this Atlantic City team, you just don't know what you're going to get. They have so many good athletes, and some weeks they play great, some weeks they haven't. It's got to be really a tough team to prepare for with what they can do, not only offensively and defensively, but special teams. They can change a game around with one punt return, one kickoff return, as we've seen.
Right, they have big play capability on all sides of the ball. So you can't really prepare for stuff like that. You just have to get your game plan together, do what, we got to play hard, play tough, play with a lot of effort, which Holy Spirit teams are known for. And then the breaks will come our way. But like you said, with their athletic ability, they got kids on the team that are way faster than ours right now, so they could break thing at any time. But we'll be ready for them.
Now, I know you guys were knocked out of the playoffs last week against St. Joe, but you got to be proud of the way your guys played. They really played well defensively and held St. Joe, which is a pretty prolific offense, to only 13 points. That's got to be a satisfying feeling as a coach to know this time of year when a lot of guys are banged up, they're still bringing that 100% effort every time.
Their effort last Saturday was unbelievable. That was by far the best game that we've played all year. The kids were relentless on the defensive side of the ball. That's very satisfying as a coach. Our staff was very happy with the way they played. Obviously, we're not happy with the outcome, but there's things that we're going to fix to stop that from happening again. But when you have effort like that, each and every play, especially in high school football, you're going to be successful, and anything can happen. So we're going to continue to do that. And like I said, fix some of the little things that we have to fix, and then we'll get right back on track again.
We're talking with A.J. Russo, head football coach at Holy Spirit. They're going to be taking on Atlantic City Thanksgiving morning. Coach, real quick before we let you go, I wanted to talk for a minute or two about one of your seniors. You don't have a lot of seniors, only a handful of seniors on the roster there, but these guys have really helped you make this transition in your first year and kind of leading the way for the next generation of Spartans. Kid Anthony DeBronte, plays a great defensive end and has really been kind of one of your guys that has held this thing all together. And talk about him a little bit and what he's meant to this program.
Anthony's a 3-year starter, actually, and he played defensive tackle last year and offensive center. And this year, with our defense, he's played outside linebacker, defensive end position. And he's been one of the key players on our defense. And Anthony's been a team player on the offensive side. We've moved him around all over. He started at tackle. He's played guard, played center, played fullback for us. His effort, in games has been fantastic. And his unselfishness, on the offensive side, moving at different positions week in and week out, and having to learn a new position each week and then being successful when we play games on Saturday has been very important to our program.
Yeah, he's one of those guys. He's not going to say a whole lot, but he's going to get after it on the football field, and it's great to see a senior like that really accept that leadership role and set a great example for these younger guys.
Absolutely. We have a number of seniors that did that this year as well. A kid like Will Gaskell, who played a little bit last year.
Sure.
He's an undersized defensive tackle. He's 6 foot, 175 pounds. He's played some defensive tackle for us. Nose guard Joe Karinga's 5'6", 175. He's talked about an effort kid. I mean, he's been fantastic. Kyle Richardson is a senior offensive tackle. Never started a game before at Holy Spirit. Came in and had a fantastic season. He was a 2-way starter last week against St. Joe's. So those seniors that have been out there playing for us have been great. And then we have 3 other seniors who haven't had too much of a contribution on the field during game days, but they've been very important to the program. Marquez Jones, Chris Gross, and Zach Ferguson. Those kids have been with us as well, and they deserve some credit also.
Yeah, no doubt. You got to have good seniors to have a good squad, pretty much in any high school sport, and good to see those guys enjoying some success and enjoying their senior year of high school football. Coach, we appreciate you taking a few minutes this morning, and good luck against the Vikings on Thanksgiving morning.
All right, thanks, Dave. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks, AJ.
All right, talk to you later. Bye-bye.
That was A.J. Russo, head coach of the Holy Spirit football team.